This is it. We finally got our hands on the new Ford Fiesta ST. Whether you're an avid automotive enthusiast or just watch the occasional car video on YouTube, chances are you've heard about the hype on this car and how well it handles on the street. Here today, we're gonna see what that hype is all about. My name's Marcus, and you're watching Roads Untraveled. So we're finally here in the Ford Fiesta ST. This is Roads Untraveled's first international shoot, if you will. We came all the way out across the line to the US. We're not going to tell you what road this is because this has now become one of my favorite roads. A perfect road for this car, quite honestly. It's really tight, really technical. If you've been anywhere on the internet in the last 6 months to a year, you've heard all sorts of good stuff about this car. And what we're here today to find out is whether or not all the hype is real. If you're looking for a kind of entry-level hatchback, a lot of people are looking at the Ford Fiesta. But if you're a driver like I am, or hopefully like you guys are, and you want to come take it out on the weekends to a road like this, you're gonna want the ST. There's no doubt about it. You want that turbo, you want that boost. This car is incredibly fun to drive. Has plenty of power. If you were anywhere in a metropolis kind of area in the city, this thing will rip around and it will feel incredibly fast. The car we're in today actually has a Cobb Stage 1 tuning package. Now what you get with that is the Stage 1 access port with a variety of maps included in that, as well as motor mounts too, to replace the stock ones. It also has a resonator delete, which I don't know, I've never driven a stock one of these, but you do get quite a bit of exhaust noise and you do get turbo blow off, which, as you all know, is probably one of the best things ever.
Sure, the interior isn't what you'd call luxurious, but what it lacks in style, it makes up for in comfort and build quality. With the speeds you'll allegedly be cornering at, you're gonna want to stay in one place, and that's where the Recaros come in. They make you feel like you're staging for rallycross. Luxury just can't compete.
Oh, this thing's quick. Right when you hit 2,700 RPM, that's when the boost really kicks in. I mean, it's only a 1.6 liter inline four, and what Ford calls the EcoBoost, which, I mean, let's face it, it's a marketing term. It's a turbocharged engine, that's what it is. Turbo comes on super strong with the Stage 1 map. You're probably getting 288 pound-feet of torque at the wheels and 188 horsepower at the wheels. So far in the interior, I think the combination of the steering feel, which is electric power steering, and I wouldn't have guessed it, quite honestly. I got in the car, I thought it was hydraulic power steering. There's absolutely zero play off center. Super responsive, the turn-in is great. The combination with that, the seats, and the shifter is pretty much perfect. It feels really, really dialed in. Nothing's loose, nothing's got play in it. Steering super direct. I haven't experienced a single ounce of understeer at all. Just pulls in and out. Being able to squeeze this much torque though, out of a 1.6 liter inline four is really fantastic. It's unlike anything I've ever driven.
What makes this car stand out other than its handling dynamics on the road is the drivers who will end up getting behind the wheel. Not commuters, drivers. Cars like this, among others, continue to prove that today's auto tech can not only be used to take control away from you, but such as with the Fiesta, can give it back.
There's there's torque steer, but it's not as bad as you would think. Even out of first, second gear, it gets really well managed. Talk about a really authentic driving experience. When Ford designed this car, that's what they were going after. They weren't concerned about interior materials, exterior, as much as just the driving experience. They focused on the chassis, they focused on the engine, and they focused on the tunability, really. I mean, if you go into the aftermarket already, like Cobb is doing with this car, and just unlocking the potential, just this map alone is just a plug-in, plugs into the OBD2, and you're good to go. Brakes are very nice too. Not spongy at all. I mean, sure, if you were to put this up against, say, a Mustang or something on a much larger track, or do like highway pulls or something like that, sure, a V8's gonna kick its ass. But if you're out here in the canyons on a windy road like this, I don't see many other cars that could really take this on. In terms of exterior styling, I think it looks good for a hot hatch. I mean, it's not anything crazy, but when you do see that ST badge, if you're a car guy, like that guy there in the 350Z, he was checking it out. I mean, you know what this car is. If you're in the car community, you know what this car can do. Even if you haven't driven it, I think a lot of car guys will give this car respect. It drives like a sports car, but it looks like a practical hot hatch. I think all the things I've seen and read about this car online are absolutely spot on. I think everyone's got it right. This car, for the money, you can't compare it to anything else. The amount of torque you get, the amount of usability you get, practicality for the money is just unparalleled. So glad I finally got to get behind the wheel of one of these and really see what Ford has been up to, and what a new hot hatch in 2015 really drives like. And I'm impressed, that's for sure.